Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our NFL Week 15 preview between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Packers. Now here are some in-game adjustments that you want to watch out for in this ball game for Green Bay. How they defend the outside zone. That's the biggest running play that the Cowboys love to run. They want to attack the perimeter. They get DeMarco Murray on the edge and allow him to find that cutback lane. How will they defend the outside zone will determine how well they can play defense this week versus Dallas. And they're also going to have to protect Matt Flynn. Do they roll him out of the pocket? Do they slide protect? Do they utilize his athleticism against the Cowboys? But they have to find ways to protect him and also find ways to get him to get rid of the football quickly. And also on defense, you want to see how they're going to adjust to Dez Bryant. Do they bracket him? Do they double him? Do they try to play man on one side and zone everywhere else, or zone on one side and man everywhere else? They're going to have to get creative in how they plan to take away Tony Romo's #1 target. And for the Cowboys in this ball game, you want to monitor Monte Kiffin's aggressiveness. Right now, the Cowboys are struggling defensively. How aggressive will he be, not only early in the ball game, but early in the down and distance? Does he go with first down pressure or wait until third down? But he has to do a better job of getting his team in position to make plays to get off the field. And on offense, you want to see how they go multiple with their formations. They can stay with their base personnel with Dez Bryant, Jason Witten, even Terrence Williams, and also Miles Austin, but how multiple will they go with their formations to try to combat the pressure of the Green Bay Packers? You also want to focus on the nickel and dime defenders of the Cowboys secondary. I'm pretty sure Green Bay will come in and try to spread the field and attack those guys in the slots because, again, they're struggling defensively, especially on the back end. And now that you've expanded that secondary with 3 and 4 wide receiver sets, you also are weakening that secondary because their slot defenders are not as talented as those guys starting on the outside. And here are some coaching points for both teams in this ball game. For Green Bay, you have to keep it balanced. Again, the Cowboys right now having issues getting teams off the field, and Green Bay can run the football, so I think they can utilize that running game to help out Matt Flynn in the passing game, giving him time in the pocket. And I would also look at combo covering Jason Witten. You want to take away the middle of the field. You want to force Tony Romo to be consistently accurate going down the sidelines, and the guards have to win at the point of attack. That ties into the first point I made about keeping it balanced. In order to have success in the running game, your guard play has to be excellent. And for Dallas, it's all about alignment and assignment on defense. They have to be in position to make the play. Right now, the talent is there, but they're not where they're supposed to be, and that's why they're getting gashed defensively. Now, I would also look at delayed pressure versus Matt Flynn. He's a quarterback that will hold that football a little bit too long, so you can't get with him with that delayed surprise pressure down the interior. And I would ace it in the running game. I would go with double tight formations, widen out that 3-4 defense, and be able to run your inside and outside zone more effectively. And the X factor for the Packers will be their receiving core. I believe they can line up in those 3 and 4 wide receiver sets, and their personnel can win one-on-one matchups versus that secondary of the Dallas Cowboys. And if they're going to have success, these receivers will have to bring their A game like they've done all season long. And the X factor for the Cowboys will be their defensive communication. That's the one aspect that has been lacking from that Cowboys back seven, linebacking core, as well as in the secondary. Guys are not where they're supposed to be. I keep stressing that, but they have to communicate better, especially facing a passing attack like the Green Bay Packers. I actually like the Cowboys in this ballgame. I believe both defenses will struggle in this matchup, so look for a shootout. But when you have a shootout, you have to trust a better quarterback of the two teams, and I have to go with the Cowboys and Tony Romo. I think they will be able to run the football, and I think at times they should be able to get to Matt Flynn. So I think Dallas wins this ballgame versus the Packers. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Cowboy fan forums and Packer fan forums for always showing football game plan support.